Hi, hello, I'm Liz and I'm from Ostara Studio. So it's been a long time since I've uploaded videos and the structure of the channel will look a little bit different. But I'll upload a separate video just to explain to my older audience why that was done and the intentions of the new channel. But for today, I'm doing a video specifically on online courses. So why am I doing this video? At Ostara Studio, we work a lot with clients who want to offer online courses to their clients. They come to us to find out what's involved. So I thought, let me do a video on what is involved so that you can have a better understanding of what is involved in creating an online course. Who's this video for? If you're a small business or an individual, if you're a coach, of any kind, whether it's in personal development or business coaching, or even if you're a creative and you just want to do online courses to empower your clients or empower general people out there, then this video is for you. So let's jump right into it. The first step in understanding how to do an online course is to know your audience. And of course, many marketers will tell you this. So the question you need to ask is, who's your audience? And why is that your audience? Firstly, it will address what are your clients looking for when they are looking for online courses. So why would they want an online course over a physical workshop, for instance? Or why even choose your course specifically above insert competitor here, their course? So you need to really know why they would come to you specifically for this. And then something I find also very relevant that every business needs to ask if they're offering courses and they're not necessarily going through an accreditation process is, why would a client come to you and not go to an institution that offers a specific qualification that they can add to their CV? So it's really about zoning into your client's head and heart. Really knowing what they want, why they're doing it. So all those why, how, what kind of questions when it comes to your client. The reason this is so important is so that you can actually identify whether there's a viable gap for you to fill in the online course space. The next question to ask is, who will be creating the content? Now this might seem apparent or transparent, but it can get quite complex when you get going. I want you to consider what type of team this takes. This is a big endeavor to take on as an individual. You're going to, if you want to do it yourself, take on the role of multiple people. So firstly, you have a whole film crew that you'd need. You'd need someone who's a production specialist, someone who can guide you through the script easily, someone who can even help you edit and write the script so that it makes sense for the audience or even makes sense as for the material for the course that you're launching. You will have someone who's filming, you'll have someone who is doing the sound checking, you'll have someone who's editing the videos, and even someone who's animating certain parts of the videos. When it comes to the workbook, of course, you're going to need a graphic designer, but more importantly, you're going to have to define whether this is going to be someone who's a digital designer, who's creating a digital workbook, or a print designer, or someone who can do both, so that there might be clients who want to print out their workbooks. You also might need to consider a copywriter. So if you really want to take it to that next level, a copywriter is fantastic to go over and edit your words so that it reads well and it reads for a specific audience. And then also when it comes to images for your workbook to be engaging, are you going to pay a photographer to get unique visuals for you, or are you going to use stock photography? Will the graphic designer source stock photography for you, or will you need to pay a stock photography account? Even things like illustrations. Do you want them to be unique, to have a unique illustrator, do beautiful illustrations for you, or graphs for you, or even infographics for you? So will you be able to find all that information yourself, or are you going to use a graphic designer? And then of course there's going to be a website designer likely. So if you're doing it on WordPress, you might even want to consider, if you're doing it on a Teachable, to get a website designer and a UX designer, and who can deal with the flow and make sure that it's tested, that the course is tested and works Will you be able to objectively do that yourself? And then you're also going to likely need a social media marketer and a digital marketer. And of course, then again, you might need a copywriter and a graphic designer who can assist with the content for the digital and social media marketing. What a lot of people need to consider in creating the content is that the content needs to flow and it needs to take a student from one section to the next. It's not just about info dumping and providing that info to your students, but rather knowing how to guide them from one section of your online course to the next section of your online course. This leads me to the next question. What types of content should you be considering for an online course? So, will a workbook be simple enough? Will there be weekly videos? Will there be videos per module? Will there be audios that your students can listen to? In the workbooks themselves, will there be infographics that is visually engaging? Will there be graphs? Will there be images? And then something to consider is, will there be a workbook? So not just a textbook, but a workbook that your students can fill in. Will they be able to print it out? Will they be able to do it digitally by filling it in digitally? The most important question of all is likely, where will you be hosting the online course? And this is a big consideration to take into account. So you might want to do things in a lean way by emailing the videos and the workbooks to your clients, but that's not perhaps the most streamlined possibility when it comes to an online course. You might want to host a certain of the, like if it's a workshop, you could do it easily on Zoom for 3 hours, but again, don't you want to streamline it? How many people will you be able to put on the online course? And also, will it not be too difficult to continuously send course material over email and trying to track that if there's a lot of people that you're expecting to be on this course? So what options are available? So there are so many options available. The first is, do you want to host it on your own website? So if you've got WordPress, you could easily incorporate a plugin like LearnDash and load all the content on LearnDash and send it directly from your website. The major thing to consider with a WordPress website and LearnDash, with that, a course will take a lot of space. So you need to make sure that you're hosting your website at a specific ISP provider that offers you enough space to host things like videos and audios and very complex workbooks. That's what's nice about choosing something like a Teachable or Kajabi. It's all hosted on their platform and they've already worked out the user experience flow of what works for online courses. So there's so many. You can load it on Kajabi, Thinkific, Teachable. I'll do a separate video to compare those types of platforms to one another. So either subscribe or just watch this channel to see when that video on different online platforms, the benefits and the disadvantages of each one will be loaded. You could even consider something like a Udemy or a Skillshare depending on your industry and whether it will work on that platform. Another key consideration is, how will you be filming your videos? So will you be using a cell phone camera? If you're looking for a professional look and feel, a really premium course, is the audio from your phone camera adequate enough? Will you be getting someone in to film it for you and do the sound for you and edit the video for you? So there's different people that will do different things when it comes to video, and you can definitely do it yourself, but make sure that you consider things like lighting and sound equipment, even if your video camera on your phone is amazing. So make sure you research and make sure that you know how you can do it yourself. In filming the video, you would also be considering exactly how long a video takes and the psychology behind the length of videos for a course. So how long is the attention span of your student that they can actually listen to a lecture? Something else that I'd like to bring your attention to is also you appearing to a camera. So it is very different even from taking a selfie or doing a Facebook Live. Having a camera in front of you, it can be quite daunting for a lot of people. You might not remember your script. You might feel odd looking at a camera. Your voice might sound different to you. I definitely do sound different doing videos like this than when I'm just on a call with a client. And yes, you'll find your way. So as long as you know in the beginning it might not be very easy or fluid or natural to you, you will eventually fall into a comfort zone and become a little bit more comfortable. What I often say is that a lot of people show their teaching voices. There's this teaching voice the moment they look into a camera. Take it easy and be gentle on yourself. So execution of a course is another key question. How will you execute the course? This will be informed by something like your budget, but also about your brand. So your brand will inform the quality of the content and also the style of the course content. Now we come to the juicy part. You've got the course, the videos are all uploaded, the workbooks are ready to go. Have you considered how your course will be delivered to students? So yes, the course is there, but do you want your students to have access to a module in a modular way? So will they have access to module 1 in week 1, module 2 in week 2, or will they have access to everything in one go the moment they purchase the course from you? That type of thing can create a lot of engagement, and it can feel more like a school or a school experience rather, when you're spreading the content out. So how will you be doing that? Will you be sending your own emails out? Do you have MailChimp where you can send automations from? Or does the online platform allow for automated emails to go through? So that means that when you're setting up the course, the emails are created with it so that you don't even have to load anything on MailChimp or send from your email. Other kind of things you might want to consider is how many students will you be having on the course? Do you just want to allow a lot of numbers in, or do you want to keep it small? Will you be doing check-in Zoom sessions perhaps, or group sessions, or will you do one-on-ones as an additional kind of engagement opportunity between you and your students? And then will you be running the course only during specific times of the year, or will you just let it run and run and run? So will students have lifetime access? Will they only be able to have access during that specific allocated time? This is all things you can consider when you are looking at what now after you have all the course material. And then of course, how will you market the course? You've created the course, but how are you going to get people onto your course? And that's really where a good marketing strategy will come into place. Are you utilizing your social media platforms? Are you sending an email out? Are you doing discovery calls with students where they can learn more about the course? Do you have a landing page for the course where students can look at more of the material and what really is involved in the course? And then, of course, do you have a PR strategy where you're providing articles or other content that could potentially bring people to your course? Are you a public speaker, speaking at specific events for your audience so that they can find you? Or are you relying on something like Skillshare or Udemy to do the marketing for you? This is not meant to scare you. It can sound like a lot, and yes, it is a lot. It takes multiple roles to make an online course look professional and work on the success and growth of the online course. And there are quicker ways to do this. So there's quicker and more affordable ways to do this. Like I said, you could potentially email everything out yourself, or you can have a streamlined process. It just depends on how quick you want to grow. And I've got a great resource for you. So you might want to even get someone in, like one professional, a graphic designer or copywriter, to help you get the content together. Even a virtual assistant will be able to help you bring some of this stuff together. And this resource you can use with them, or you can use it yourself so that you can plan and execute your online course. I'll put the link in the description box below. It's a downloadable checklist, and I really hope that it helps you immensely in bringing your vision to life. Alternatively, you can also book a session with myself, a 30-minute call, or with someone at Ostara Studio, where we can discuss your opportunities and your requirements, or if you'd like us to help you, we are more than happy to do so. The link in the description box will also be below for that. And lastly, I'm back at doing this channel, but I need your help to grow. I really do. I think I'm just going to be upfront about it. I want as many people to be empowered by marketing. I want to help small businesses grow in easy ways and guiding them to do so. So please subscribe and share this if this was really helpful for you. Thank you very much. I look forward to the next one. Bye.